All right, Top Billin, let's get to it. Settle in, put the women and kids to bed, or women put your sheeple-ass husband to bed, and let's go ahead and get at it with this kid, AJ Terrell, right? So most of the people are basing their opinion on AJ Terrell literally off of like 2 or 3 plays, right? Which is the most absurd shit ever. There's no way you ever play any type of competitive sport if you can base your entire opinion off somebody off of 2 or 3 plays off of an entire 3-year career. But here's one of them right here. So we'll go ahead and get this out the way, right? We'll get this out the way and talk about it, all right? So we see him matched up here with Jamar Chase, the Biletnikoff Award winner, in the national championship game, and he's being asked to shadow this guy. That alone in itself could show you how great AJ Terrell could be if they would task him with doing that. Nobody else did that shit during the year. Everybody else was scared. But we can see this right here, right? He's in pretty good position. But now check this out right here. That's just Jamar Chase being the truth, right? Look, there's a subtle push-off in here. You think this man created separation like this, right, on a vertical route without there being a little bit of a push-off? Now look at the separation created. Come on, this is a vertical route. It's not like it's an in-breaking route or anything like that. That alone right there, right, the subtlety of Jamar Chase and the nuances of being able to track the ball in the flight in a great throw. That right there, that's your entire opinion on this kid because that happened right there, right? Come on. Like, let's be real about the situation. All right, so here's the other one that people base their opinion on. We see AJ Terrell matched up with Jamar Chase in the slot. He's going to be running an inside fade. You got the outside tight end, Thad Moss. So this is man coverage. You can see the linebacker / safety walked out over Thad Moss. So they're going to be running an inside fade here. You see it actually, let's see it from a different angle here. All right, soloed up right here. Now, we had some fun with this right after the national championship game, whatever like that. It's all in jest, but I said 50 million times, AJ Terrell is the absolute truth, right? Absolute truth. Now, check this out, right? Think about the positives on a play like this, right? He's matched up in the slot, going man-to-man and getting hands-on man in the slot on Jamar Chase. Man, there's maybe C.J. Henderson, I think, at Florida. Other than that, not too many people out there would be tasked with even trying to do something like this with Jamar Chase. He's too damn fast, too damn strong, or whatever like that. But check this out, man. He's battling with Jamar Chase. And check, as fast as Jamar Chase is, he's not faster than A.J. Terrell. A.J. Terrell was never out of the frame, never out of the picture. Check this out. Able to catch back up right after the chicken fighting stage. Still on him, neck and neck. What he does, right, at this particular point in time, that is all his fault, is he doesn't turn and track the ball. He tries to, right, catch up, play the ball through the man, and he thought that the ball was coming right here. He was going to rake through the hands, but he just kind of mistimed it. Look, that quick, just kind of mistimed it. And Chase makes a good play, but look at the throw to the outside shoulder, but he's right there. He's literally right there. This is the best receiver in all of football. He embarrassed everybody out there, and we're talking about a couple of reps. Some of these guys, they were embarrassed. They weren't even in the frame. This dude is fast and athletic enough to be running with Jamar Chase step for step. Look at that. Game of inches, right? Game of inches. Suppose the previous one, suppose that may have been called a pass interference, and suppose this one right here, Jamar Chase just wasn't that freak and was able to catch the ball there near with just one hand, right? He gets shrugged off, right? Exit stage left. But still, you know what I'm saying? He's right there with Jamar Chase. You can't be that short-sighted in your evaluation, man, and have it be taken seriously. Don't do that to yourself, fan. Don't be sheeple. All right, same fucking game, but nobody talks about this though. So that's why this shit is so uneven, right? You gotta talk about what he did as well. There's most of these people in here never won one rep off Jamar Chase. He won several. Check this out, right? Probably incorrect use of the touch and go technique here, right? You want to shoot that outside hand to that outside shoulder on this one because he's going inside, right? He's taking an in-breaking route, but he kind of guessed there. But look, boom, right there. Look how strong he is. Jamar Chase trying to fight through that, right? He's slightly concussed now. So he's done, right? He's walking on sunshine. But look, Terrell all over him, right? Now, we got to say this about A.J. Terrell. I will admit, right, knowing this kid, being around him in a whole bunch of different scenarios or whatever like that, practice sessions and stuff like that, he's physical, and he wants to really be physical, and he's extremely grabby. There's no doubt about that. Extremely grabby. They got to get that out of him, but he's physical, man. At the point, if he within that 5-yard cushion zone, he's going to beat you the hell up. That's just what it is about. He's a strong kid too, man. So look at him, right all over Jamar Chase in breaking route. People couldn't deal with this pretty much at all. Chase gets that bad boy. Nope. Too physical. Look at that. But nobody's going to mention that, right? He actually won a rep on Jamar Chase, a guy who virtually nobody won a rep on. All right, here we go again. You can see he's clearly shadowing Jamar Chase, right? They having you shadow the best in the game at the most pivotal moment in the entire season, right? In the national championship game, right? So here we go. Same kind of deal. Press coverage. All right, two-hand jam. Jamar fights it, and this is what LSU is really good at, right? When Burrow gets outside of the pocket and he's able to detach, right, just the scramble drill. They damn near batting 90% on these type of plays right here. Look at Terrell's speed. Look at Terrell's wherewithal and his knowledge of the game. This is normally a completion, but nope, not on AJ Terrell. And this was a good throw and everything. It's right on the money like it usually is from Jugular Joe Burrow. But no, look, right, breaks it up. Right on the guy. But is anybody going to talk about that? Nope, they're going to talk about the couple of vertical throws there, and they're going to make that be that man's entire career. That's crazy, man. All right, so let's get through the rest of his career. I remember I said strap in, not strap on. Some of you dudes out there is a little suspect and stuff like that. I didn't say all that. Just strap in, baby. Let's get to this film study. So imagine this: 1 year earlier in the same exact game in the national championship, going against the other LSU, Alabama, right? The original LSU with the crazy-ass quarterback, crazy-ass receiving core with 4 first-round draft picks on it and shit like that. If he was coming off this game, all you sheeple will be like, damn, we got the best quarterback in the world. Come on, man, AJ Terrell. But now, you know what I'm saying, you see a couple of vertical routes, and now his whole career has changed. But check this out right here. This is what makes him perfect for the Falcons. He is a prototypical sick-ass zone corner, right? He's not just a zone corner, but in zone, he shines. He really does. And the Falcons are a zone team. A zone team. You draft based on your scheme. You drafted a scheme-specific fit. Now, check this out, right? Playing field corner, right? He was the boundary corner this past season when Trayvon Mullen went to the NFL. You're going to be having a out route from Jerry Jeudy right here in the slot. And Devontae Smith, he looked like he's going to try to run an in-breaking route, but his MO right here is just to really pause AJ Terrell, right? If you see right here, we'll see it take shape. Jeudy with the quick out. Breaks that off right there with the quick out. You can see Devontae Smith eyeing AJ Terrell, but Terrell's eyeing the quarterback, so he's in zone. So Tua doesn't recognize this. He thinks it's man coverage, and look at AJ Terrell squatting, being disciplined. Some of these guys, look at Devontae Smith. He's not even running a route anymore. He's about to try to block AJ Terrell. Look at it. Doesn't get a hand on him. Terrell senses this in zone because he's able to read the quarterback's eyes, and you ain't messing with him in zone. Look at that. Boom. This play will be played from now until the end of time. A pick six in the national championship game by your Atlanta Falcons quarterback right here. And none of you guys are even talking about it, right? Because it's recency bias. If he was coming off this particular game right here, nobody would be asking if they were going to draft some goofy-ass cornerback from Timbuktu over AJ Terrell, right? And he's from Atlanta. What the hell we doing here, man? Come on. All right, you want to know what's the best thing for an NFL general manager like Thomas Dimitroff? Being able to see somebody do exactly what you do at the collegiate level. So now check this out right here. AJ Terrell into the boundary here, defending a vertical route going against Wake Forest here. This is clearly man-free if I'm looking at it right now. I can't tell where the safety is. I would have to imagine it. Looks like it could be, just looking at the personnel, Kayvon Wallace at a deep safety back here, right? So man-free, cover one man, which is something that we've seen the Falcons do quite a bit last year. Now check this out right here. So this is essentially zero coverage because just like the Falcons, there's not going to be any help over the top here. So this is great use of touch and go right here. What did I say? If it's an out-breaking route, you want to take that inside arm to that inside shoulder like he does right here. Ride that bad boy to the sideline. You're immediately in position right here. He likes to really ride it there. But check this out. The man starts tracking. He starts tracking immediately, right? Gets into him, starts tracking. That's when AJ Terrell is at his best, right? So his man covers. He see him transition right there. He went from being on the inside to flipping his hips, now being in correct position. That's where you want to travel with someone with, right? So now you're essentially running the route for the man. I believe this was an underthrow by the quarterback, Jamie Newman, since transferred to Georgia. But he's in perfect position right there. Picks it off. Let's go. When he gets the ball in his hands, the damn dude is just so damn fast and so crafty, man. I'm always thinking it's going to be some type of pick six. All right, so here we go once again with AJ Terrell shining in zone. Right, say it with me, because that's what the Falcons do. So, all right, you're going to have a shallow cross here and a mid crosser. Then you have a wheel route from the running back running towards AJ Terrell. So, once we get this going here, you can see that start to take shape. You know it's zone, right? You see the receivers that were in front of him. He's not looking at them. He's looking at the quarterback. If he can see the quarterback's eyes, I'm going to be honest with you, I think the quarterback's in trouble. He's one of the best zone guys that I've seen, period. Most guys can't play zone. That's why a lot of teams try not to play it, they'll play a loosely based version of it. But check them out here, outside leverage, just like you would see from the Falcons. Now look at it. If you can see that, you're more than likely in trouble. Almost has another pick here. All right, we can see it a little bit closer here. Undercuts the wheel route. He should have had this. This should have been a pick right here, but you can see what he's working with there in zone. All right, what you're going to get from AJ Terrell is usually out the gate, he's going to have perfect technique. I love him at the onset of a route. You see in here, this was a pretty weird game for Clemson as a whole right here. They almost lost this particular game. But check this out. He's not too far over his skis. Great base width. He's a strong kid, long-ass arms. Now look at him. Stay patient through the pedal. Let that man declare before you decide which way you want to commit to. Like some guys are immediately turned, then they're not in position. But look at him. This guy takes an outside release. Look, all he does is simply flip those hips. That's beautiful. Flip those hips, get inside of them. Of course, it's time to get the chicken fighting stage going on. Gets into him, decreases the space. There's really nowhere for this throw to go. It had to probably be some type of curl right now that is right on him. But if it's going upfield, he's pretty much done. Only thing I would have liked for Terrell to have done right now, since he's in great position, is to lean into him a little bit more and then turn that head this way, looking towards the ball and start tracking. But it looks like he just wants to play it through the man. I'm not sure how that's another thing, right? When you see these, you don't know how they teach it, right? I've seen 100 different ways people teach people how to play the ball, right? Some of these guys will teach you just to play the ball through the man. Some people will get pissed off if you just don't turn and locate the ball. But there are a bunch of different ways to play it, and he played this one to perfection. All right, this is not a fluff piece. This is a film study, right? So I got to point out stuff that I know from this kid, and I thought about this as far as back as high school, right? Seeing him out working in camps and everything like that and practices on in and out breaking routes with transitions, period. I think he can stand to get better, and I think that's where going with the great Raheem Morris, right, one of the best defensive back coaches in the world, will help him out tremendously. But we see here, working on the in-breaking route. See, sometimes I think he's meant to get press coverage, either press coverage or outside leverage. That's his two best things he work with. But close quarters coverage, I don't know. If we see him right here, he immediately gives up a little bit too much space right there. I'm not sure what route he thought this was going to be. He's kind of peering at the quarterback as well instead of playing a man. So it looks like this is a whip route. And you see him, he gets lost in transition here. He slips as well, so I have to say that. But he slips as well, but he slips transitioning back. So he was forced to slip. All right, working over the slot here. Another in-breaking route. This time I think there's no hands on mans on here too. So, right, check this out. No hand on man. A free release, in-breaking route. He's not really competitive with this route. All right, so I think, like, being on the inside right there, I'm not sure if taking inside leverage would help him out or something like that, but not really competitive on a route that's meant to transition from in or out. Now, that's not all the time. Obviously, we saw him work against Jamar Chase, and he broke up a route, a couple of routes that were transitioning inside. But it's just the consistency of it, right? I like him going vertical a lot on vertical routes, mid-distance routes and stuff like that. And, of course, his own stuff. But this is something he can improve on. It's not something he's terrible at by any stretch of the imagination. It's just a part of his game that he can improve on, in my opinion. All right, check this out. This was a bad play from AJ Terrell. I'm not sure exactly what happened with this one. I remember watching it live, and I was like, I didn't understand what was going on. First and foremost, there are a ton of mistakes here as far as the coverage scheme itself. So I want to put this on Terrell and not Brent Venable's scheme. But check this out. He has outside leverage, but he gets the receivers able to get outside of him. So what's the use in having outside leverage if somebody can get outside of you? So I think right there, right? So this is a stuggo, has a slight stop right here. Terrell thinks it's going to be a route that he can jump here. Keep in mind, right, this is some type of zone coverage. Looks like it could actually be quarters coverage now if I can see if that's the safety right there with his feet. But he stops on the slight portion of the stuggo right here. Stops chopping his feet. Now he's toast, right? And it's such a kind of a short route where the ball's in the air damn near right at the end zone. So this was kind of a lapse in concentration more than just him getting beat. Obviously, we know it's athleticism. He's faster than this guy. But this was, I don't know what to say. There's really no excuse for something like this. But he's peering at the quarterback, so he knows what's going on. But you get that outside. See, he chops it down at the same time. Great throw by the quarterback right where it needed to be. He's unable to catch up to this one. So he tried to kind of guess on this one. He's best when he's literally playing it and then reacting instead of just trying to guess. But it happens, right? It's football. We've all been beaten. Every single great cornerback out there. That's why I think it's funny. We've seen some of the greatest cornerbacks out there in the history of football beat. All right, so this guy's not allowed to be beat. I don't know what to say about that, though, but it is what it is, right? All right, back at it again. AJ Terrell cannot wait to see this kid operate in that scheme, man. You couldn't have found a better player for this scheme. Even the guys that people consider the top two corners, right? So he has Okudah is a very physical player, man-to-man type. I like Okudah a lot. I think he would fit the scheme. CJ Henderson, I think, fit the scheme as well, not as physical. But AJ Terrell blends all of that. He's physical. As far as his route coverage and defending routes at the bottom and the top in the transition, he's able to leap, high point the ball with you and everything like that. But he has a skill that even those two guys don't have that I'm not going to concentrate right now. I'm going to come back on. I'm going to have maybe a few parts on this just because I have a lot of connections to this kid. I think I can do some cool content with some other people as well. So, but it's tackling. He is the very best tackling corner in there. As far as physicality, he hits like a safety. Like if all else failed, you could transition this guy to safety, and I think he's a Pro Bowl safety. He will light you the hell up. I'm not playing. He's a hard-ass hitter. He has no regard for human life when it comes to contact with football. So that's something that definitely fits well in a Zone 3 scheme. And the Falcons couldn't have got a better player for it. But I'm going to hit it. I'm going to cut it right here. I know people going to watch. This is what people do, right? And I'm still going to be myself. I'm going to block you no matter what. I don't give a damn what you say. So you might as well save your breath. I'll do some long-ass shit like this. Take me a couple of days to do. Somebody running this shit 1 minute after I publish it. Be like, great content. Real men watch to the end and then comment. How about that? That's what we do. Real men watch to the end and then comment. We can have a really good discussion about this either way. If you disagree with me, that's cool. Just watch the content.